Director of Public Prosecution Nurdin Haji is outlining measures taken against female genital mutilation. Haji spoke at a ceremony by Brighter Society Initiative, an organization championing against FGM practices in the country. The organization has launched a strategic plan towards mitigating FGM, and our reporter Nixon Kisaka has more details on that.
Disturbing when we hear that the numbers are increasing rather than decreasing. And it's happening in secrecy, because the girls that are being circumcised in some communities, right, especially the Islamic communities, are actually 6 years old. They don't even understand what is going on. We don't know the conditions under which they're being circumcised, and we know that later on in life they suffer a lot in terms of consummating their marriages as well as having children. So the DPP was one of the guests today, and he did say that the government has a program and a plan, but we also need as Parliament to put resources to ensure that we're able to actually fund the NGO and FGM board, so that they're able to go out and sensitize the communities where we know FGM is still happening. It is a traumatic event. It has trauma on a lot of the survivors, and a lot of people also die in the process. And I feel that the government needs to do a lot more if we're going to achieve the vision of the President, which he promised in Women Deliver in Vancouver, that we will end FGM, the practice of FGM in Kenya by 2022. Ours here was to support Sadia, who is a survivor, and give her support in terms of her NGO and what she intends to do. She's been working a lot in Tana River, but now we believe that with the NGO she'll be able to spread her wings across the country and work with other survivors and champions against FGM. Now the NGO board will need to engage parliamentarians, and I think we've already agreed with Sadia is that we will have a breakfast sitting with UNFPA and a few other partners to actually look at where are we at. It's not something we should neglect, and we need to do this as soon as we come back from recess, so that we don't end up caught up in politics and campaigns. It's because it's the last year. So we need to actually make sure that if we're going to achieve something by 2022, we need to start doing something now. And I believe that the engagement should happen in the next 2-3 weeks.
What about the issue of enforcement of the law?
I think the DPP and the IG and the administration will have to work together, right? The chiefs have to go down and sensitize the community. There's a lot of work to be done, especially when we know that it's increasing, you know. And I believe that the SUPCAM has come out very clearly and said that FGM is not permitted in Islam. It is not an Islamic practice, it's a cultural practice. So now we need to figure out how we're going to make sure that everybody is sensitized, the communities, because it's still happening, all right? And we've heard it from the Sheikh Ibrahim himself that he has concerns that it is on the increase. So what we need to do as government is work together. We need a holistic approach to achieve the zero FGM by 2022. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
In fact, there is an increase in COVID. Just come from Nairobi Hospital and ICU. For Esther Passaris in congratulating Mheshimiwa Sadia Hussein for this wonderful initiative, Brighter Society Initiative, BSI. A lot has been said about